Hey guys, good morning. The day of the surgery. I'm getting my ACL reconstruction surgery. It's around 6 a.m. guys. Got up around 5 a.m. I'm supposed to go empty stomach. I say I'm supposed to go because I had this much of water. You're not supposed to even have that, but I think that's fine, I guess. But anyway, so this is the day of the surgery. A bit tense. Usually I don't get tense. But first time surgery. It's a one night stay, so tomorrow by evening or afternoon I should be back home. And this is the status of the knee. First room. I think this is before the OP room, so let's see. Have to keep the spirits high. After that, maybe around 3 to 5 hours later, I was taken to the OP theater or operation theater as they call, and they gave me anesthesia in the back, which was slightly stingy, but then I hardly felt anything from halfway through down. It took roughly 1 hour, where sometimes in the middle I was even interacting with the surgeon about the surgery, and after it's done I was kept back in the ICU, I guess. There it was a long wait, so usually you are kept under observation for maybe 2-3 hours for this kind of a surgery, but I was there for 6 to 8 hours because the single private rooms that I preferred for this one day or one night stay in the hospital was not available. There was a lot of waiting list, and then they had only twin sharing rooms. So I was in a dilemma. When I went in the morning, they told me that I can't book in advance. I called it 2 hours in advance, so around 5 o'clock, and I asked them if they had the rooms. They said yes. This is Yashodha, Secunderabad, by the way. So I thought it would be fine, because sharing hospital rooms with other patients is not healthy and tough, even for one night stay, because sometimes they can be loud, which was the actual case when I eventually, after 6 hours, decided that I can't stay in this room and shifted to the twin sharing room. And oh man, there was one patient, and the patient was actually fine, but unka relatives or mother and wives, I guess, they were hitting the patient to feed him. We just couldn't take it for more than half an hour and then change the room, which was much better. Lied there for another day or so. Day 1 after the surgery. Had some slight pain and discomfort, but slept decently well, mostly liquid diet. But man, I was hungry as hell by evening, and all I could get was a glass of water, and I vomited it out. And after a while they got me coconut water. That helped me for a while. Today is much better. Got some pain medication. Out of 0 to 10, 10 being the hardest, the pain level is around 3 or 4. And after that, the next day, the doctor cleared me to leave by 11 a.m. But the formalities, the paperwork for insurance and all took almost till 7 or 8 p.m. in the night. Yeah. So typically in US or any other Western countries, this procedure could be just a day procedure, 6 hours or 4 hours of stay maximum. But here it took much longer. You need to stay for 24 hours for the insurance to kick in. Most of the bills, like 95% of the bills, were covered through insurance. Had to just pay for like the walker and the knee brace. And then getting into the car was a little tricky, but then yeah. Finished all that process and then came home, and climbing 2 stairs of my home was pretty tricky. It took me 10-15 minutes to figure out how to do that, because I need to keep the leg straight and no weight bearing for the next 2 weeks since the surgery. Now it's been 2 weeks since the surgery, and tomorrow I'm going for a checkup, and I can start putting some weight, and they'll remove the sutures, and the physiotherapy starts from there, and then I would know the timelines for the recovery. That was how the surgery, guys, and it all went well. The doctor was great, but the nurses were amazing, but it's just that some of the response times, maybe because of the crowds, were not that great. Things to improve. Anyway, for 2 weeks I've been just lying here, putting ice and watching TV. That's what I'm doing for most of the time. I use this maybe to go to the washroom and to the bedroom. That's it, guys. And in the meantime, I've been getting a few packages, as you've seen in the last video, and this one just came in. Hey guys, look what I got in the package. Seems like I'm getting a lot of packages these days, huh? Let's open it. you see this USB port connects to a computer where you program your different accessories, maybe have lights at a different brightness. So if you remember, the BMW has a jog dial or magic wheel or something, and you can control the lights and all the accessories using that if you have this. That's the important thing. So these are battery terminals, and this is probably a CAN bus terminal. So these are the 2-wire extensions, and you have 3-wire extensions like these. So it depends on what wires you have. You just need to cut and solder them to the accessory cables and few pins. That's it. Pretty simple packaging. Let's open this one. So these are the extension cables. So just in case the length of those cables are short, and something to clean up the solderings, I guess. I'm sure a lot of you are not aware with this brand. First of all, thank you Hex Innovate for sending me this product. That thing like a flash drive is basically an accessory manager for motorcycles. So if you want to connect your mobile phone, GPS, lights, horn, not the regular one, but something like a Denali sound bomb, instead of cutting wires of the bike to have all these connections to the battery, accessory manager can help you route all of those connections through this. It connects to the CAN bus. Unfortunately, I can't show you that now because this is what I used to walk. So it'll be at least maybe 3-4 weeks till I get on a bike and install these at the showroom. So I got the accessory manager and an extension cable kit. Just in case if you have lights from Amazon which don't have a longer cable, this would be useful. Yeah, by the time I review these, it would be at least 2-3 months. There are 2 brands for accessory managers. It's Hex Ezcan and Denali. And the funny thing is, both are powered by a software. Oh yeah, you need software to manage your accessories, right? And by this company, Hex. So in that sense, it was an obvious choice. However, if you want to include a Denali sound bomb, you need a cable dedicated for the Denali extension cable again. I haven't had any plans of changing the horn, but I should because the stock one sucks. Just need to install auxiliary lights and maybe a sound horn with these cables. Look forward to using them, guys. And if you want to check reviews of how this is, there are quite a few YouTube videos where they talk about how good this is. If you're using Denali lights and sound bombs and anything Denali brand, then the Denali CAN bus manager is a much more straightforward fit. You don't need to fiddle with any of those wires. It's probably just a 15-minute installation where you just plug it in. You'll know soon how they are. So catch you guys then. So just wanted to add an update at the end. This is 2 weeks since the surgery. Just had the checkup at the doctor's today morning, and the sutures, which are like staples, were removed, and I hardly felt anything. It felt like a small syringe or something while taking it out, not much of a pain. And so I started putting some weight on the left leg, so up to 50% for the next 4 weeks. Been using the crutcher with just one leg, right? So now I can put some weight. But still like tender walking, like how small kids start walking, right? So hard, tough, but gotta do what you have to do. From now on, the physiotherapy starts building up. For the next 2 weeks, I would have to flex my knee 30 degrees, and then the next 2 weeks after that, up to 60 degrees, and beyond that up to 90 degrees, at which time I can probably start walking normally. So another 6 weeks of recovery, and till such time I can step out, but getting on and off steps is something very tricky. Off steps is quite easy, but anything beyond 2 steps, it's impossible. Mostly homebound, but might have to do some office work in a week or 2. Let's see how things go by. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a great weekend. See you guys soon.